Hey guys, what's up? Noxfox here again, playing some Vainglory. And I'm going in as Jewel, which this patch for jungle, Jewel is like my most played jungler for me this patch. So I have the most experience with her so far. I started playing her, let me see, was it last patch? Might have been even the patch before that. Yeah, I started getting really interested in Jewel back when we had those the patches that changed Petal to just where I don't really enjoy playing Petal, or where she's at right now. So that was like I think maybe 2 patches ago is when that started. So yeah, I started getting interested in Jewel, and I've been playing her quite a bit. Weapon power, I haven't done too much CP, but yeah, so doing some Jewel. Just not really showing off anything that I don't usually do here. Not this is just me trying to get better at Jewel, basically. So nothing really like super out of the ordinary. I don't know. Everyone's like, I've been doing yeah, like I've been saying in other videos, I've been trying to do a lot of stuff I'm not comfortable with or just not experienced with. But you know, every once in a while you got to go back to the classics, to like the stuff you are most comfortable playing. Just because it's fun to yeah, so my teammates here are both food items, which is pretty funny. I got beef stick and pork waffle, both pretty funny names if you ask me. And yeah, I got CP Saw in my lane. Seems like CP Saw is in my lane a lot lately in the videos I've been doing. I wonder what's up with that, right? And then we got Catherine for our support. Who, yeah, right now the two like good all-rounder supports are basically like Catherine and Arden. They're good in just about any comp. They'll find some way to be useful. I actually feel like we need more all-round supports. I feel like Adagio, Finn, and Fortress are pretty specialized. They're not always great with every comp. And the double stun. And are we gonna pick this up? Yeah, Catherine is great to have with Jewel, I have to say. They make a great stun team. One of the very popular comps for a while was Jewel, Catherine, and Celeste, which is still fun to play. Just all that control, all that stun control can be very useful. But I mean, as the game keeps going and more people keep getting in it and getting more experienced, more people are blocking like like a lot of people are way better at blocking now than they were in the old days before. Yeah, just I don't know, a lot of people, I'm sure like a lot of people just starting out didn't even know to get block. I'm sure I didn't when I started, but yeah, the older the game gets, the more it like matures and the more information that's out there. I started to see a lot more yeah, a lot more use of those items tactically, and seeing a lot of people that are good at reflex blocking, which can make it a little more difficult to land. I mean, the worst case scenario is that you get rid of the block, so even if you don't land the stun, you get rid of their block, which can still be kind of useful. But that's why it's kind of nice having the 2 stuns, so if one doesn't land, the other one will. That's not going to come into play until later in the match when people actually have reflex blocks. But yeah, but yeah, like I said, I've been playing quite a lot of Jewel for the last probably 2 or 3 patches, and yeah, people are getting a lot more on point with their blocks. Of course, once you get to like the high skill tiers, anyways, it's always like that for the most part. Yes, in Jewels in particular, it's not a hard stun to block. Catherine's can be a little more difficult depending on how much of a, like, how far away she is when she tries to go for it. If she's right on top of the person, it's really hard to block because you're not going to know it's coming. It's just going to happen. Ooh, just like that. Just get stunned out of nowhere. Very nice. Saw survives. Trying to do a little damage here. And yeah, just poking with the B. I think I probably built Breaking Point with this in this match. Man, they were all so low. And those are still full health. Oh, nice. They're coming back. Maybe. Oh, I need to go back too. Okay. All right. Things are calming down a bit. I'm gonna go check my backs, but I don't want to do it alone because I'm an easy kill. Even right there, if somebody had been sitting in that brush, I could have been in a lot of trouble. But things seem okay. Yeah, so anyways, to finish the thought I was having before, I think I go breaking point this one, and with Jewel, it really depends on the comp. I'm starting to find that I will build, for this kind of comp, I can kind of go either way, because there's the Ozo and the Taka. Because like for Taka, I don't really expect to be in combat a lot for a long time where I would want the breaking point. Because he's most likely going to be trying to get in and out, and I'm most likely going to be trying to just get pokes with the B. But because of Ozo, I wouldn't mind having a breaking point, which I do believe I build for this one. But yeah, what I wanted to say is, like, depending on the comp, if you're, for example, up against an all ranged, like if the jungler and the laner are both ranged, then I probably wouldn't pick up a breaking point. Just because most of your damage is going to be coming up either from like trying to get pokes back and forth as your kind of teams kind of just stay near each other but not actually engage, and so the range will try to be poking you and you'll try to be poking with your lightning blade. And just as soon as like a fight did break out, as soon as you were in range to attack, they're either going to be trying to get away from you, or you're either going to just land your stun and then just melt them down with a big hit with your B, and then auto attack just with big hits. So like in those kind of comps, I'll try to go critical. So far, it seems to be fine. The thing is like with the breaking point, like you really need to get stacks with it. And for people like Taka or range, they're just going to try to be doing their damage and get out. It's going to be a lot less instances where you're going to be in sustained combat getting stacks, and so it just ends up not being as useful. At least that's how I feel so far. Yeah, if I'm just going to be like trying to land lightning blade hits and not really doing engagements as much, or not like going back and forth in fights, then the breaking point doesn't seem as useful to me. I don't seem to get much out of it because I never get very high stacks of it, because yeah, like I said, either you're just going to be trying to poke, or like you're just going to, like I said, jump on them and they're going to be dead before you even get stacks anyways. And I get demolished by Taka. Yeah, Taka is actually, as a Jewel, Taka is actually extremely annoying. Just for one, like I said, the way he fights is he's going to try to do damage and then get out. And so, as Jewel, like I said, it's nice to have the breaking point. That's like the standard build. But if he's just kind of hitting and getting out, and then I can't keep my stacks, then there's no point in having it. So yeah, that part of it's annoying. Also, he can just flip behind me, which kind of negates my passive. For those unfamiliar, Jewel is like a little tankier from the front, but with Taka, he's just going to be moving all over the place. And there's the blocks, the annoying blocks, already an issue. But it doesn't matter, because he tries to ult me, and then just me and Saul just clean it up. Excuse me. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going off on like a lot of different points. Yeah, so Taka can be really annoying. Like when I play Jewel, I hate seeing like a Taka in the jungle, so I was already kind of worried about that. And honestly, if I was going to do this match over, I probably wouldn't go for the breaking point, just because the Ozo is in lane and the Taka's the one in jungle, and he's the one I need to worry about. Which means the Taka is probably the CP. Because, I don't know, Ozo CP is not super, it's not a super commonly used thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, so he's Aftershock attack speed so far. I'm going to be going like CP the rest of the way, unless he's going to do a hybrid. But probably just going to be straight CP. So yeah, so that kind of jungler is not going to be doing sustained fights with me, so the breaking point, I'm not going to be building up stacks. And I'm probably just gonna be better off with crit, trying to take him down as quick as possible, as few as hits as possible too. But still, it is nice to have attack speed, even at this point. That sucks. Damn you, turret! You're such a jerk. Oh no! How did Catherine? She should have been. She should have been safe already. Well, hopefully those ace minions will take down the turret. Yeah, that might have been one of the reasons I just went for the breaking point. Anyways, I just wanted the attack speed early, and then once you have the attack speed, there's not a whole lot else to do with it.
So far, so good.
Let's see. So yeah, let's see. So how would I do this build if I didn't want to get the breaking point? Probably just a double tyrants. Like I was doing like before the changes to breaking point. Yeah, because before the changes to breaking point, I didn't build it at all, and now it's kind of become like a standard for a lot of weapon power builds. Just because it's good for the people who used to get breaking point, it's still good, and then for people who didn't get breaking point, it's like now a really good option. Since now it scales on like the damage done. Very nice. We took a lot of effort to make sure Taka didn't get away. I think Catherine ulted and I used my jump. I've been talking about builds and this match is like already at 11 minutes and I haven't stopped talking about builds. Yeah, so hey, we got gold mine, yay! It was actually a little risky because they had two guys up. Somebody could have stole it, but you're able to burn it down easily enough. I'm getting demolished. Gonna reflex, gonna jump. Am I gonna get away? There we go. Yeah, one of the things I like about Jewel is her ability to survive. Like, oh jeez. Yeah, actually Ozo does the same thing where he can kind of get behind me really easily. Both Ozo and Taka are kind of annoying. Oh, and Saw with the unfortunate suppressing fire. Trying to slow the escape, but just ended up getting picked up by the two remaining, and now we just got aced. Oh no, the tension is rising. What the hell was I talking about before? Oh yeah, like I like Jewel's survivability. Yeah, because she's not a squishy like yeah, she's not squishy just in general. She's not like super tanky or anything if you build her that way, but she's not squishy. And then her jump can also give her some really good escape. There I go. I take all of Saw's whatever because we're cool like that, and plus I think I was having to carry this one if I remember right, but maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, so like all the videos you're seeing coming out like now and this one and probably the few more after this one, basically I just sat and did all in like one setting. So like trying to remember what happened in all of them is tough. Nice cleanup there, actually. Wow, okay, yeah. And then Catherine helping get Catherine. Catherine against Catherine. Worked out very good. We're going to just take gold mine again. It's not... I don't think it's very full, but I mean... Yeah, there's not a whole lot of other objectives to get right now. We could try to push a little bit. But there might not be time. Yeah, that's an interesting... thing about the gold mine now is how you can just capture it constantly. Like we could literally just capture it again right now if we tried to and get like, I don't know, 10 gold each or something. So yeah, no, so all these videos like came out, or they were all recorded in one batch like a week ago, and yeah, I cannot remember everything that happens in all of them. So there were some that I carried where like I really needed to carry, and there was some that Saw carried, the beef stick, and yeah, I don't remember which is which. Anyways, I was just trying to justify taking a crap load of his gold. Whatever. I took his gold. I don't care. I'm not sorry. That's all I was trying to say. And we could just hit this. I think I just realized, like, oh yeah, we could just hit it and we'll be fine. Yeah, the dodges from Taka 2 are extremely annoying. That's another thing that can make it really hard to get and keep stacks for breaking point. And this Shank, is it enough? Nice. I think he blocked even and it was still enough damage. Shank Saw is always good to have around when there's a low life enemy. Oh, I'm gonna try, but nope. Just not enough. I'm not have to stay up, not with the amount of health I had. So yeah, actually, if actually the other way to go instead of the double tyrants would just be to get the tornado trigger if you still want to have some attack speed. Because yeah, attack speed's still useful, and the tornado trigger has some crit on it, and you already got the tyrant. So I think maybe I would go with that too. Yeah, the main thing is that it's just going to be hard to maintain stacks on these really mobile heroes. Basically, if they're really mobile or if they're ranged, and I know they're going to be constantly trying to disengage, then I'm starting to lean towards not going for the breaking point for the reasons I was talking about before. It's just, it becomes very difficult to try to get and keep stacks because most of the fighting kind of happens back and forth in those situations where like you exchange a few blows and maybe move around a bit, reposition, exchange a few hits, and then like a lot of the engagements go that way until like one side is like starting to get pretty low and then full engagement might happen. So yeah, that's just been my tendency lately. Yeah, obviously I didn't even apply it here, so yeah, I can't even like try to say, oh yeah, it's great because I didn't even do it. I just built breaking point here. But I don't know. Actually, this is a good chance for me to kind of rewatch and see if I ever actually do get some decent stacks. Because now that it's based on damage done, it's a little different. Yeah, see, so like I get 2 there, and yeah, it's just chasing. Well, I mean, right now it's just chasing anyways. But it looks like I get 2 for a lightning blade land. Nice, cleaning it up. Chasing that monkey forever. These sticks gonna try to land a suppressing to slow. Oh no, okay, no, Catherine's already gone. Well, we're still going for it though. And now she's gone for good this time. So yep, just gonna grab some jungle. Yeah, now I'm curious. I actually want to see how well I did get stacks for these fights, because I'm thinking it might not be too well. So I just thought, yeah, I'm like, that got me up to 5. We haven't had a full engagement though either. Well, I mean, that's kind of like what I'm talking about too. Like a lot of the fighting with like a Taka or a mobile character is just going to be them hitting and getting out. Not really starting a real engagement, which is where breaking point would like shine the most. But yeah, I mean the stacks still get up there pretty quick as long as you can like stay on somebody. Maybe just working a shiv early on could be worth it too. Might make the breaking point. Okay, yeah, that might be an adjustment I would be okay with. So let's say it is a mobile team, and but you do want the breaking point, then just make sure you work a shiv in. But it can be kind of costly to give up that one defensive slot for a shiv instead of having an Aegis or an Atlas, which would typically be what I get as long as the team is both, like as long as they're like some attack speed and some shield, or not some shield, some CP damage. As long as both the damages are there on the enemy team, the damage types. But yeah, just something to think about. I don't know. I'm like explaining stuff and like coming up with ideas at the same time, so I probably seem like I'm a little all over the place. But yeah, I mean that's why I never really considered Shiv though. It just giving up that one defensive slot just is so costly. I'd rather just have a build that works fine without getting stacks. See, they might be starting an engagement while I'm like trying to grab backs. Hopefully not. Well, they might just be like, I mean, Saw is really good at just getting some damage in and getting out with his shanks. Nice. Very good little stun there. Picking up a kill. And might clean up this turret. And we do, yeah. Okay, the map is looking extremely blue at this point. Things are going well. Saw's 4. Okay, yeah, so I actually, yeah, so I was justified. I was carrying this match because Saw is like 4 and 7. With like 8 assists, I think it was. So it was okay that I took his farm, but now he's taking mine, so it's fine. He's like ulting the bottom minions. The suppressing just wasn't enough. I think I remember like teasing him about that during the match. So yeah, we are infused, looking to end this one. Ugh. It's going for me. And the Taka is, oh no, he went invisible, but then he got revealed. Saw is just barely hanging in there. And I think I might have just killed him. I just killed Saw by hitting Catherine, but it's fine because we're going to be able to clean this up just fine. He had 2 blocks. Oh yeah, I remember that. He had 2 blocks. He blocked that first one, and then when I tried to follow up with a stun, I was like, okay, his block's down, let me stun him. And then he blocked again. I was like, what the hell is happening? But yeah, sometimes 2 blocks. It can be good. I mean, it was a really good block on his part, but it just wasn't enough. And yeah, we're just gonna clean this up with aced minions. No sweat. So yeah, yeah, pretty straightforward match. It went pretty well. Like I said, I'm fairly used to Jewel at this point, but I did want to share some thoughts about those builds, those build ideas and things of that sort. So hope you enjoyed that, and we're gonna get a look at the builds and such here, because I know people like to see that. Let's see. Come on, Nox, show the builds. Yeah, thumbs people up. I get it. Cool. Show the builds. There they are. Nice. Yeah, CP Taka all the way. Yeah, I was scared about him, but it worked out. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one later. Bye.